What's going on, guys? As you can tell, it is an emergency breaking news today, man. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell as well, so that way you know when our next breaking news and our next video content is coming out. Hey, and if you like the video, man, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, and all right, guys, welcome back, man. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. As you can tell, it's a very special episode. As on our last breaking news episode, we were talking about the journey with my guy and the Valorant Premier Team going into the playoffs, and guess what? They ended up finishing the regular season 10-2. Last time they were 8-2. They went 2-0 on that Saturday. They came back out on that Sunday, had one hell of a playoff run. So here is my guy, captain of the ATR Premier Valorant Team, my guy, Sweeter. How does it feel, and how was the run, man?
Man, I was on top of the world after that game, man. I didn't think we were gonna win. I ain't gonna lie, we were down pretty bad at one point, and I didn't think we weren't gonna win. I was almost losing hope. It was a tough run, and I thought it might be coming to an end, but we turned it around, and I was on top of the world after that game, man. I tell you what.
Dude, that's awesome. And yeah, I mean, everybody has that, mentality. I mean, you were down, if I'm not mistaken, 11-4. And I mean, you're playing in the championship of a Premier Valorant tournament against, if I'm not mistaken, didn't y'all play them before, the team that y'all played in the championship?
Yeah, we played them earlier in the season, and this kind of goes back to me thinking we might be kind of down and out. But they beat the crap out of us. I ain't even gonna lie. They beat us 13-4, and it
Yeah.
was almost looking like it was gonna be that same score.
Yeah, and I mean that's how it goes as like a competitor, even though, you never give up till the end. Once a team beats you like that, I mean, you're down 11-4, you're in the championship game. You just had a grueler and a really good match the round before. And not only that, but I mean, all of the season's work led up to that moment, and man, y'all clutched up all your ones. Y'all were playing y'all's lives really well. It was great to see. So I just want to ask you, what going on to the first matchup, you did have a bye. How did that feel, and what was like your thought process looking at all the other teams in the bracket?
Seeing that we had a bye was kind of good and bad because we had to wait a whole hour before we got into our next match. But also, we're automatically in the second round, so that was good. And seeing the teams, we didn't play many of them. One team that we did play, the Meat Sticks. We were excited to be coming back up against them again because there was a good chance they were going to make it to the championship and we were going to make it to the championship as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And whenever I look at the bracket right here, Salty Salami looks like they had a pretty rough game. The first map, 13-9, a good win, but then they met up against you guys, and you did it. I mean, 13-6. I mean, was the score how the game went? I mean, was it like that, or was it closer than what the score shows?
No, it didn't seem like it was as close as the score shows. We were kind of joking around throughout the match. We had really good comms. Really high energy on how we were playing. It felt good for sure.
Good, nice. Hey, that's always great, especially knowing your guys come out after that as a bye. I mean, the team just had a big win their first round, so they're hyped, they got momentum, and y'all shut that thing down. So going on to the meat sticks, they win their first round game. 13-7. All right, yeah. And as I'm looking at the lower bracket right here, Meat Sticks and Zero Signal, what are your thought process on that game? I mean, I know you have your own game in your mind, but like you said, you kind of knew that it was in the bag. What were your thought process seeing Zero Signal and Meat Sticks, and did you already know who was going to win that and who you were going to face?
I had hopes that Zero Signal would win just so we didn't have to go against the Meat Sticks again. Seeing how that first game went, it didn't look too well. But Zero Signal was at the top of the standings all season long, so we knew they were a good team as well. Watching the game, it was back and forth. Meat Sticks kind of took off with it. Zero Signal kind of came back, took the lead for a round or two. It was looking good on Zero Signal's side, but then at the end, Meat Sticks carried away. But yeah, if we could have played Zero Signal, we would have went into that game with probably a lot higher expectations.
Right, nice. And as we alluded to earlier, of course, you played the meat sticks in the championship game. You fell down early, 11-4. what are your thought processes before the game, and then whenever you look up and the scoreboard's 11-4? At that point, what is your thought process?
Before the game, we know we're playing the meat sticks. You know, we kind of knew how they play. Like in the last interview, I said we're going to go back and look at people's who we've played against to see in case we come up against them again. So we kind of knew how they played. But in the first half, we were on defense, and it didn't go too well for us. It wasn't until the second half we were down 11-4, and we just decided we got to start changing some stuff up. So we started faking some sites, you know, rotating across, like getting picks on one side and leaving, going to the other side. It really started messing with their brains, and we won 8 straight rounds at one point that put us in the lead.
That's freaking awesome, man. I'm so excited for you guys. Congratulations. It's amazing because I whenever I thought about starting this org, you know, many months back, I knew we were gonna have Call of Duty teams. I didn't know any other esport, but I knew I wanted to get in some. And Valorant is definitely one that was on my radar. And then you hit me up, or I hit you up. I believe maybe I hit you up, and was seeing if you were still gaming and everything like that. And then it went on from there. And you started that team. I mean, good ass job on the season. You know, it's rough doing things like this at this time because I mean people leave randomly. They, you know, you text them and like, hey, you know, we got a scrim tonight at 8, and then you don't even know if they're gonna be there until 8, and it's like, you know, you got a match and you're like, oh man, I hope they're there. So you got to worry about other people and yourself. So I know it's a lot. Plus, by the way, if you have not checked it out, go to atrorg.com. The dude did some sick things with the website. It's amazing, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it, man. Is there anything you want to say to the people watching the video and anybody else in ATR?
Yo, make sure that you check us out next season. We are ranked up. We're going to be up a couple divisions in the Premier, so we're going to be playing against some tougher opponents, getting some tougher wins. Definitely check out the website, ATR.org. We got a Halloween theme on it right now. It looks sick. Check it out. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, thank you so much for taking your time out of your night to be here, man. I always appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Same to you, man.
Hey, so I do need to know, and the people need to know, if you had to choose yourself, like who out of your squad would you say was the most consistent throughout that playoff run? Who would be your MVP that you would give that to?
Okay, during the season, we had some mishaps. You know, we had to move some players around here and there. At the end of the season, Modus, one of our Discord members, you know, joined the team from the get go. He had a friend that was wanting to play the whole season, so at the end of the season, we were actually able to get him in once one of our former players left. His name is Pokey. He is a great player. Man had almost 30 kills each game, going off, carried the team. You know, one of our best players through the last couple weeks. I'd have to definitely say if there's an MVP, it's Pokey for sure.
Guys, thank you so much for checking out today's video. Again, if you have not hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. We got more content following, and please hit that thumbs up. Please let this hit the algorithm. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching this from. Let me know. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Peace.
Peace.